the man pretended to be a pilot for the first time and immediately faced a crisis when the captain unexpectedly died. Even worse, he didn't know how to fly the plane. He confessed his true identity to a flight attendant and asked if there was a backup pilot on board. If there wasn't anyone to fly the plane, everyone's lives were in danger. The flight attendant, afraid of causing panic, had no choice but to keep the information quiet for the time being. The captain's body still lay in his seat. The man paid some bodyguards to move the body, but as soon as the bodyguards got the money, they ran off. With the plane about to fly through a thunderstorm, the man had no choice but to ask the flight attendant to find a pilot. The flight attendant had a sudden idea. She pretended to invite passengers to tour the cockpit and overheard an actor bragging about how he had once played a pilot and even consulted with professional aviators. She quickly tricked the actor into the cockpit. The man moved the dead pilot's body out of the seat, and as soon as the actor sat down, he confidently turned off the autopilot. The plane began to descend. Everyone on board started to feel uneasy. They quickly asked him to turn the autopilot back on, but the actor had only ever used a flight simulator and had no real knowledge of flying. Panic set in. The man had no choice but to request help from the ground control team. With their assistance, they finally located the autopilot button, but before the crisis was resolved, another flight attendant discovered the dead captain's body and fainted on the spot. Everyone had no choice but to move the body again. As the man was making plans to continue searching for a real pilot, the actor accidentally triggered the loudspeaker, and the cockpit conversations were broadcast for all the passengers to hear. The flight attendant quickly stood up to turn it off, but when she regained consciousness, she saw a leg sticking out of the cart. She fainted again in fright. The passengers started to get even more anxious. The passengers thought the plane had been hijacked, and the crowd began to murmur nervously. The man's assistant came up with the idea of lowering the cabin's oxygen level to put the passengers to sleep, but the actor accidentally flipped the wrong switch, causing everyone in the cockpit to nearly pass out. Luckily, the flight attendant quickly flipped it back, successfully putting the passengers into a deep sleep. But when the actor left, he forgot to close the cockpit door, causing the oxygen levels in there to slowly decrease as well. Soon the people in the cockpit lost consciousness too. Now only the two bodyguards on the plane remained awake, but unfortunately their situation was also quite dangerous.